is episode 6 of this, and I am truly shocked that we have gotten this far already. I have been a busy little bee recording these, and I can't believe I'm halfway done, which I'm very proud of myself. I need a pat on the back. But today, we are talking about managing life with theater. So, if you're confused about what that title is, let me explain right quick. So, basically, this is basically living your life, going to school, going to college, whatever you're doing, and also having to go to practices, having school shows, having performances, all those mandatory things you have to go to. And I can tell you, it is truly stressful. I feel y'all's pain, being tired and, being drained, and you feel like you're falling behind on everything and you have to catch up on so much. I feel it. Those are the sacrifices you just have to make to do what you love. And I'm going to help you just the slightest bit I can on how to manage school with theater, and I guess if you work, how to manage with theater. I don't know, I haven't gotten a job, but how to keep a good work ethic while also handling theater. So I guess we're just gonna go ahead and dive in. This is more of a shorter podcast because there really isn't much. I don't know how your life is. I don't know how your practice, how your schedule's gonna go, but this is how I do my stuff, and I hope it helps. If it doesn't, okay, just go on to the next podcast. I'll see you on episode 7. But I truly wish it will help y'all. I hope all these podcast episodes help y'all because I have put work into this. Work. My southern accent is coming out on work. Yeah, anyways, let's just go ahead and dive in because I have 6 more episodes to record after this. So, first bullet point, what I like to do is I like to go to my notes app, or I just writing it down on paper. I write down a to-do list of the week. Everything I know, I just write it down, and if I had to add on something, I write it down and I mark it off with every single thing I've done. It just keeps me organized. And I also write the due date of it. If it has a due date, I write it down next to it. So I know, hey, this is my, what I need to do first. This is what I need to do second. This is what I need to do third. A to-do list just keeps some people organized. And, my friends like to do it. My mom likes to do it. People around me, we write down to-do lists. It's just something that triggers my brain that just keeps me focused and keeps me have a good work ethic because I want to get everything on that list done. That's how I think. I want to be, proud of finishing a whole list of to-do. People in elementary school or, middle school or high school, this is for you. If you have a study hall period, which is a period that, you go in a room with a teacher, yet you don't learn anything, you just get to go in there to study and, take a break and relax and all that, do as much as you can in there. Take out that to-do list, study stuff you need to, do what's on the to-do list, all of that. But for me, I work during that period because I work in the library. The library has assistants, and I'm one of them. And I have to work in there with her. I have to share the books. I have to do this, all of that. Sometimes we have free time, but in any free time I have, I like to play games with the computer. During a show, I don't do that. I study my lines, or I do schoolwork or study. Those are my 3 things. Study lines, schoolwork, or study. I just don't sit there and play games. Which brings me to my 3rd point. I just said it. Use every minute you can for homework or studying or, all of that. Because sometimes, I have school, and it's 3 o'clock when I get out, and I practice at 6 o'clock. That only gives me 3 hours in between to get stuff done. And sometimes I have stuff to do immediately after school that lasts, to 5:30, and then I only have 30 minutes. I'm not just gonna sit there and eat a burger for 30 minutes because I have free time. No, I'm going to sit and do my homework and study. But do not overwork yourself. My next bullet point is do not overwork yourself. I like to work for like 20 minutes at a time and then take like a 3 to 5 minute break just to refresh my mind. And then I go back to work. And what I do during this 5 minute break, couldn't get the words out, is I drink water. I just sit there and just breathe and relax and tell myself I got this. Because like it's going to be stressful for sure, especially if like if you're in a show and it's like during the chaotic part of school where like homework is thrown out regularly and like you're testing and all that, like it's stressful. And I don't want you to like, get way too stressful because like people can die from stress or like lose their hair or even develop like anxiety disorders and like, mental health issues. Trust me, I've been there, done that. A little break is needed every now and then. Like, don't overwork yourself. This is a point for like elementary students, I don't want to say, but like sometimes teachers, if they're cool teachers, they give out homework passes. A homework pass is basically where you don't have to do the homework that night. If it's homework and you're not struggling in that subject and like, or the topic that you're doing in that subject, and like you already have a lot to do, I would just go ahead and use that homework pass, But if it's easy work, just go ahead and get done with. But if it's like a bunch of homework, but you know how to do that really well, just use that homework pass. Because like only certain classes hand them out. It's almost hardly never for our school. Some schools never do it at all. Like it's like illegal in that school because school's like a prison. But yeah, homework passes, if they give them out, they're useful. And lastly, my last bullet point, I told you this would be short, is don't try to do your homework at theater. You may not be able to finish. Try to get as much done as you can before rehearsal. Because you never know when they're going to call you on stage. And if, you are like somebody who likes to focus very well and you're getting called to stage every 5 minutes, like you're not going to get anything productive done at all. So, get it all done as much as you can before rehearsal. Work on it after rehearsal if you have time or if you're, still got enough energy left, because sometimes I'm pure exhausted. Nothing but exhausted. That's what I am. A blob of exhaust after practice. Like, sometimes it just kicks my butt. But yeah, don't try to do your homework at practice because, like, you're most likely not going to be focused because there's other stuff going around, like around you, like people are on the stage, there's music, especially like if you're a person like, I can't do something unless it's peace and quiet, which I'm that person. Like, I'm not going to lie, I'm the person that it has to be dead silent to focus and sit down and do something. Like, I have to be in a room full of silence just to sit down and record this podcast and like put my phone down and be like, I'm going to record this podcast. Because if I have my phone in my face and I'm on like YouTube Shorts or CapCut, I know dang well I ain't gonna get anything done. Sometimes I just like power off my phone and like put it in the other room almost, because like I get so distracted easily. But let me quit yapping about stuff that's like not in the picture. So what are we going to do to manage time over theater? We're going to write down a to-do list. We are going to get as much done in study hall, or for me, library. We're going to take breaks so we don't overwork ourselves. Yet we're going to try to get as much done as possible. If we have homework passes, we're going to use them. But we're absolutely not going to do our homework during theater practice, because that's a no-no. There you have it. Those are the things I do to manage school and life over theater. I hope it was helpful. To some people it is. To some people, they're just like, girl, just shut up. Like, we don't want to hear from you. I don't care what side you're on. I love you either way. But anyways, thank you so much for listening. I hope you tune in on episode 7, which is going to be starting in 3, 2, 1.